Hello, and a very warm welcome to all of you, my wonderful viewers, tuning in from every corner of the globe. It is truly a pleasure to have you here today. Before we embark on this fascinating journey together, I want to take a moment to send out a heartfelt wish for you and your families. In these busy times, your health and happiness are the most precious things. So, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I genuinely pray that you are surrounded by wellness, strength, and positive energy. May you always be in the best of health and the highest of spirits. Now, let's take a deep, calming breath and get ready to explore one of the most delightful and mysterious wonders our world has to offer. So, let's talk about a place that seems to defy the very odds of nature, a place where the extraordinary becomes ordinary. Imagine walking down a street in a small, quiet village. You see children playing, parents chatting, and life going on at its usual pace. But then, you do a double take. Something is different here. You see two children who look exactly alike, then another pair, and then another. You see twins everywhere. Not just young twins, but twins of all ages, teenagers, adults, and even elderly twins. For a moment, you might think your eyes are playing tricks on you, but they're not. You have just entered the incredible village of Kodinhi, nestled in the Malappuram district of the beautiful state of Kerala in India. This is a place that has rightfully earned the nickname Twin Town, and it holds a secret that has fascinated scientists, doctors, and travelers from all over the world for decades. The number of twins born here is absolutely staggering, far beyond what normal statistics would predict, and the entire community doesn't just notice this phenomenon. They come together every single year to celebrate it with a wonderful, joyful festival dedicated entirely to twins. To understand just how amazing Kodinhi is, we first need to understand what the normal rate of twin births is for the rest of the world. On a global average, for every 1,000 births, you would expect to see about 12 to 16 twins. That means roughly 1 out of every 80 or 90 pregnancies results in twins. This number can vary a little bit from country to country and can be influenced by factors like the increasing use of fertility treatments, but that's the general ballpark figure. Now, let's travel to Kodinhi. In this single village, with a population of around 2,000 families, the rate is not 12 per thousand. It is not 20 per thousand. Early surveys and studies estimated the rate to be around 45 twins for every 1,000 births. Let that number sink in. 45. That is nearly 4 times the global average. Some more recent estimates, when you look at specific areas and families within the village, even suggest the rate could be as high as 60 per thousand. That means in Kodinhi, you're about 4 to 5 times more likely to be a twin than anywhere else on the planet. The village is home to over at least 450 documented sets of twins, and that number is constantly growing as new twins are born every year. This isn't a new trend either. The elders of the village say this has been happening for at least 3 generations, or about 70 years. The moment you arrive in Kodinhi, the reality of this phenomenon washes over you. It is a visual spectacle. You see twin girls in matching dresses walking hand in hand to school. You see twin boys playing cricket in a field, confusing the bowler who can't tell which one is which. You see elderly twin sisters shopping at the local market, finishing each other's sentences. The air is filled with this unique energy of duality. It's a place where identity is often shared, where the bond between siblings is visibly multiplied, and where the concept of double is simply a part of everyday life. The local school teachers have become experts at telling twins apart, often relying on tiny, almost invisible markers like a slight difference in a smile or a freckle. For the families, raising twins is a common experience, and they have built a strong support system to share advice, clothes, and stories. It's a community that is deeply connected through this shared, miraculous experience. Naturally, the biggest question is why? What is happening in this specific village that has caused such a dramatic spike in twin births? This is the mystery that has drawn researchers from prestigious institutions in India and across the world. They have come with their notebooks, their blood collection kits, and their genetic sequencing machines, all trying to crack the code of Kodinhi. The most obvious first guess for many people is that the villagers are using fertility treatments. In many developed countries, the rate of twin births has increased primarily because of assisted reproductive technologies like in vitro fertilization, where multiple embryos are often implanted to increase the chance of a successful pregnancy. But this theory is quickly dismissed for Kodinhi. This is a traditional rural village. The use of such advanced and expensive medical procedures is extremely rare, if not completely absent. The twins are being conceived naturally, which makes the phenomenon all the more puzzling and incredible for scientists to study. So, if it's not fertility treatments, it must be something in the water, right? Or perhaps something in the soil. Or the air. Environmental factors are a major area of investigation. Researchers have collected numerous samples of water, soil, and food from the village to test for any unusual chemicals or compounds that might be influencing the women's reproductive systems. One line of thought is that there might be a specific type of plant or root that is commonly consumed in the local diet that contains phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogens are naturally occurring plant-based compounds that can sometimes mimic the hormone estrogen in the human body. Estrogen plays a crucial role in the menstrual cycle and ovulation. The theory suggests that a substance in the diet could potentially be stimulating the ovaries to release more than one egg during a cycle, a phenomenon called hyperovulation. If two eggs are released and both are fertilized, the result is fraternal or non-identical twins. This could be a plausible explanation. However, after extensive testing, no single, definitive environmental trigger has been identified. The search for that magical ingredient in the water or a unique local vegetable continues, but so far, nothing has been found in high enough concentrations to conclusively explain the astronomical rate of twins. This leads scientists to the next most likely explanation: genetics. Is there a twin gene running rampant through the population of Kodinhi? The village, like many communities, has a history of marriages within a relatively close-knit group of families over generations. This could have allowed a specific genetic trait to become more concentrated and common in the local gene pool. The focus here is primarily on the women. For fraternal twins, the tendency to hyperovulate is believed to be a genetic trait that can be passed down, often through the mother's side. So, a woman who is a fraternal twin herself, or whose mother or grandmother was a fraternal twin, might have a higher chance of having twins. In Kodinhi, the sheer number of twins means this genetic trait, if it exists, would be very widespread. Geneticists have been conducting detailed studies, collecting DNA samples from the twins and their families, looking for a unique genetic marker or a mutation that is consistently present. They are searching for a specific sequence in the DNA that might be instructing the body to produce higher levels of follicle-stimulating hormone. Follicle-stimulating hormone is the hormone that triggers the ovaries to mature eggs for release. A higher level of this hormone could lead to the release of multiple eggs in a single cycle. While some interesting variations have been noted, a single smoking gun twin gene has not yet been definitively pinpointed. The genetics might be complex, involving a combination of several genes working together, which makes it much harder to identify. The research is ongoing, and every new set of twins born adds more data to the puzzle. The beautiful part of this story is not just the scientific mystery, but the human response to it. The people of Kodinhi have not met this strange twist of fate with fear or suspicion. Instead, they have embraced it with open arms, immense pride, and a fantastic sense of community. They see their twins not as a statistical anomaly, but as a divine blessing, a special gift that makes their village unique. This collective pride led to the creation of the Twins and Kins Association. This is a wonderful organization formed by the twins and their families themselves. It acts as a support network, a social club, and the organizing committee for the village's most famous event, the annual Twins Festival. Imagine the scene. Hundreds of pairs of twins of all ages, dressed in identical or coordinating outfits, gathering together in one place. It is a spectacle of symmetry and joy that is almost impossible to describe. The festival is a vibrant celebration filled with music, traditional dances, games, and feasts. It is a day dedicated entirely to honoring the special bond that each twin shares. For the older twins, it's a reunion. For the young ones, it's a party where they finally feel completely normal, surrounded by others who look just like them. The festival has also started to attract twins from other parts of India and even other countries, turning it into a truly international gathering of twins, all drawn to the magnetic energy of Kodinhi. The existence of Kodinhi also makes us wonder about other places around the world. Is it truly one of a kind? Interestingly, there are a few other so-called twin towns across the globe. For example, the town of Igbawara in Nigeria also reports a very high rate of twin births, similarly attributed to dietary factors like a specific type of yam that is believed to contain natural hormones. A village in Brazil called Candido Godoy has a legend that it was the work of the notorious Nazi doctor Joseph Mengele, who allegedly experimented on the population there, though this theory is widely disputed and considered more of a dark myth than proven fact. The point is, while other pockets exist, Kodinhi remains one of the most dramatic and well-documented cases, and its mystery is yet to be fully solved. It stands as a powerful reminder that despite all our advanced technology and scientific knowledge, the human body still holds profound secrets. Nature has its own patterns that we are still striving to understand. For the families living in Kodinhi, the twin phenomenon is a daily reality that comes with its own set of unique challenges and joys. Raising one child is difficult. Raising two children of the exact same age is a task that requires double the resources, double the energy, and double the love. Financially, it can be a strain, as everything from school fees to clothing to food must be multiplied by 2. But the community is resilient and supportive. Hand-me-downs flow freely between families with twins, and advice is shared among parents who are all going through the same experience. The emotional bond that the twins share is often described as something almost magical, a lifelong friend, a constant companion, a confidant who has been there since the very beginning. They share a language of looks and gestures that no one else can understand. In a world that can sometimes feel lonely, the twins of Kodinhi always have someone who truly knows them. The story of Kodinhi is more than just a curious medical statistic. It is a story about community, about embracing the unusual, and about finding joy in what makes you different. It is a testament to the fact that sometimes the most amazing things in life are not created in a laboratory or written in a textbook first. They simply happen, naturally and beautifully, in a small village in India. The scientists will continue their work, and maybe one day they will find the precise combination of genes, environment, and diet that explains the miracle of Kodinhi. But until then, and perhaps even after, the villagers will continue to celebrate. They will continue to gather every year, a growing sea of matching faces, a living testament to the wonder of life and the unbreakable bonds of family. It is a powerful reminder that our world is still full of magic, waiting in unexpected places, if only we are willing to look. So, the next time you see a pair of twins, remember the village where twins are not a rarity, but a way of life, a village that throws a party for its doubles, a place that has turned a biological mystery into a celebration of double love, double joy, and double the blessing.